Welcome to Creative Catherine Live. I have a reminder if you are watching through Facebook, please remember to go to streamyard.com/Facebook so that way I can see your name when you comment because I love to be able to address you all by name when you make comments. It's a fun part of live streaming is the interaction. I am here to put together sketch number 5 from our December Creative Memories virtual crop, and I am going to be working with the Showtime collection. So let's get to it. Okay, here we go. As you can see here, sketch number 5, it actually already was a 2-page sketch, layout sketch, I guess I should say. I'm going to put this up just in case you want to get a screenshot of what dimensions I'm going to be using for this layout. I did save an extra little piece of the bronze shimmer that I'm going to be using on this layout. And you can kind of see I have some of it sort of pieced out just so that way it'll go together easily for me. But let's see, I grabbed a border sticker from the Showtime collection. I grabbed some other stickers. Whether or not I can pick them up is another issue. You're going to see where that's going to go in a little bit. But I'm usually going to start with the left side of this layout and go ahead and get our masquerade mask put down. This I punched out our black shimmer paper. And I'm going to grab my repositionable tape so that way we can work with these holes that are in the masks and everything else on my parchment board. And oh no, I did not use black shimmer, and I put that on the wrong side, so I'm just going to grab my finger and rub along, and of course that just broke it, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and redo this on the opposite side and put it back together this way. So I used a piece of paper from the Showtime collection is what it looks like. And I should have paid more attention. Yeah, it looks like it's the one that had the film on it. And that's okay, because I punched these a couple of days ago, trying to get myself ready for the live streams to get these finished up. And, that's okay. Sometimes things happen in the live, and we are going to just work through it, and the page is going to still work out beautifully. I will go ahead and rub off all those extra dots later. No big deal. I am grabbing out my multi-purpose tool just for this little break because the piece here has a little bit of white showing, and that way it will come together a little bit cleaner on the page itself. And there we go. I'm going to actually go ahead and place this other one down while I got the parchment board out and the repositionable tape, so that way this can just get put down as well. So yes, the masquerade border punch going along both sides of our page here. And it would look pretty cool with the black shimmer paper as well, but I must have had a scrap from using Showtime before. And this paper worked out really nicely as well. There we go. And you can see where they do have several borders suggested running down the sketch. And I'm opting just to do the one. And you'll see why in a moment here. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab out my border sticker before I start putting down some of my other pieces here, because it's really fun. One that looks like a curtain, and that's going to go right along the top. And I'm actually going to move this a little bit closer so I can make sure I'm putting it along the top of my page here and line it up nicely with your edges and the top of your page. And off just a little bit. There we go. This is why I didn't push down on it too much yet. There we go. So there is our first one, because I liked the idea of it looking kind of like a curtain, because with the Showtime collection, it kind of does have all these little theater touches to it, and I just thought the masquerade punch just really sang and worked well with it as well. And I just got this stuck on again. That's okay until I have other things shifting around here because I don't have anything stuck down yet. But I kind of placed things so I would have a good idea. And remember, since I did this a couple of days ago, to know where I wanted to put everything as I kind of planned it out in my mind here. But I did use this fan-like paper. It has all these little dots on the back, kind of, I guess, almost as if you're looking into show lights. And then we have 4 3.5 by 5 mats here. And I am kind of, this one, it doesn't matter if you flip it because it is cardstock. Usually that's why I went ahead and started with the other one thinking it was cardstock, and then it wasn't. So I guess I'm going to be double checking everything now. But this is following the sketch, just kind of angling in your smaller mats for your pictures. And here we go. Kind of get them lined up a little bit so they're at a similar angle here going in. And this is just bronze shimmer cardstock. I think I already said that. Going in from the bottom, out from the top there. Make sure I get the right angle on this one also. Here we go. Adjust that just ever so slightly. There we go. All right. So there's our 4 mats, but just like. And then I found this really fun Mardi Gras mask, I guess, if you will, or theater mask. And I also took part of my bronze shimmer scraps because I do have some I used on the right side as well, and I did use up most of the paper, but this was a 1-inch scrap that came off of the bronze shimmer. And I went ahead and cut it down 1 inch by 4 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to go ahead and place this down, just going across the bottom here to create a space for our sticker to go on. And because I really loved what the sentiment on the sticker, and I just thought it was kind of fun with the layout that I'm creating. I'm going to go above this bottom row of fans here. And it says, you don't have to be famous to live out your own red carpet moment. And I just thought that was so great because, you know, this layout would be wonderful for New Year's or even just for a family party and or a masquerade ball or just anything that you've been to that you need to wear a mask to or not. It's kind of a festive page. So I have my smaller foam squares, which we're going to put on here. We always seem to have more small foam squares than large ones, I guess, because they can't fit as many on a page. So I'm just going ahead and running about 8 of them down this sticker, and we'll have the left side of our page done. And then we'll see if this 1 inch, the rest of this 1 inch strip will fit somewhere else on our page. So there we go. I kind of, there. Want to get that straight. The left side of our page is done. And now let me scoot these back over here. I'm going to go ahead and place my 4x6 mats on the page. And this also is kind of following along a little bit closer with the sketch that we have. One to the upper right and one to the lower left. Now you can also put another 4x4 mat up here if you want. I wonder how this would look with our rest of our strip kind of running down this way. I don't think we can fit the whole thing on there, but let me grab my scissors, and I think I'm going to cut off just a little bit from here, so that way it gives it kind of a repeating effect as what we have on our sticker there. I gave it about 1 inch on each side, and this little box is about 3 1/4 inches, so figure it's about 4 1/4, and then we still have this little bit left, which we might be able to use with one of our other stickers here. So let me get this on here. Just running it up and down here. Let me kind of eyeball where I want to put this in on the page. Here we go. And since this is our journal box, we do not want it on foam squares because we do want to be able to write on it coming up. There's that. Get my other scissors put away here. And what do we think? Do we want to pop this up and then maybe put this one on here? I wonder if this will actually fit on here. Well, let's see. One way to tell, we actually have to get it off of the back of the sticker sheet here, because sometimes it's hard to tell when you have it in the air. And yeah, that actually is going to work. I'm actually going to stick the sticker directly onto here. Let me actually do this on my table. I want to make sure I'm still on the camera for y'all though. There we go. So this one's going to go over here on the right side of the page. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of tape going across there. And that's always nice to use up your scraps and find different ways to use them. And then this little guy is going to go on a couple of foam squares also. I think just to add that extra little dimension to this side of the page as well. I think actually one is going to do it for this one. So let's just go ahead and run it along this other fan here. So that way it kind of looks almost as if it's a part of our paper as well. So there we have it. Our sketch is done. I did not do 2 journal boxes. I just did the one. And like I said, you could always put another picture in here, or you could put a larger journal box as well if you don't want to put the stickers on your page. We have our title. I did add an extra embellishment here, but it kind of looks like your photos are now part of a story, of part of a play or something along those lines. Here is the left side of the page. And here is the right side a little bit closer. And thank you so much for joining me. I will be streaming sketch number 6 in just a little bit here. Until next time.